Hello everybody, and welcome to another Jurassic Justin. We are going to be going into the Nodosaurus, and also going over the Working with Dinosaurs IGN Developer Diary that just was released a couple days ago. So we're going to kill the music, and let's get into it. Bada bing. Bada boom. Welcome. Alright, so let's get to her, shall we? First, we're going to play through this, and we are not going to do just an initial play like I used to do because we're trying to save time. So let's get right to it and get to the nitty-gritty, eh?
Extracting species profile. The Nodosaurus is a genus of herbivorous ankylosaurian dinosaurs.
Alright, so I could be wrong, but I want to say of the ankylosaurs that puts us up to like 5? 4 or 5 for sure. But it seems like about 5 of each family is kind of their marker. Obviously other than carnivorous. But for herbivores, we're getting a lot of like hadrosaurs, sauropods, ankylosaurs, stuff like that. And even the Pachycephalosaurus family tree. I don't know what that family grouping is called right offhand. That is my bad. But yeah, so, you know, this is okay. I'm fine with this. And in fact, there's probably a good reason why they've included this, which we'll go over here in a second.
From the late Cretaceous period, it had
Them animations, though, even on something this simple, like with the Spinosaurus, you guys know that I was like making my O face because it was so good. But
from the
I
late
mean,
Cretaceous period, it
look
had
at that.
bony dermal plates covering the top of its body, and it may have had spikes along its sides as well.
And alright, so the one thing that I do think that this gives us a preview of is how some of the herbivores that don't have like obvious weapons might attack your guests as well as other dinosaurs. And that is by just charging and ramming. Because a lot of these species, they are quite large and they're going to do a lot of damage when they hit you. Right? So, then, I was going to show you guys, like, okay, it said, you know, it may have had large bony spikes on the side. Well, it looks to me like it probably did. And here's why. Now, most of the illustrations are much like this. They are, you know, kind of goofy looking, to be honest. I'm not real sure why. There are no great illustrations of this dinosaur, maybe because it's not popular, I don't know. But it just looks like a turtle with long legs. Kind of lame. But not that long ago, there was a mummified version of this bad boy found. Right, meow, right? And what do you see on that outer edge there that you can't see? I wish I had it selected to show my mouse, but on the basically leftmost, almost top corner there, you see a large spike coming out the side there. Looks to me like this species did have large side spikes. Now, for a species that, you know, didn't have a tail club like most ankylosaurs did, this would be a kind of awesome thing. You know, it's got to have some sort of defense, right? I mean, what did they say? This one is a Cretaceous. A lot of them were from the Jurassic, but this is, you know, a later surviving member. Apparently decided, hey, I don't need the club, I'll just be spikier. Okay, that's cool. I'm down with that. So I just wanted to show you guys that before we moved on. You know, we don't learn much from it. We do see, again, the improvements in animation. So, I have high hopes for this game. I think it's shaping up really nice. Now, we will close these, and now we're going to go to the IGN latest developer diary here, and this one is about working with dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs have always been the stars of the show in these films, and we wanted to make sure that our dinosaurs are the best dinosaurs you've ever seen in a video game.
One of the challenges we had right at the start of the project was deciding which dinosaurs we should put in the game. Everyone's got their favourites. Ultimately, I think we've got a pretty good list.
I would agree. They do have a pretty good list. They have a lot of no name that, like, your general public's going to know nothing about them, but I'm okay with that. You know, we're always going to get our favorites. Stegosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, you know, Velociraptor, like all the common guys, but, you know, it's nice that they're including some less known species. So I do appreciate that. I think they have a pretty good list, and I think that in the future they will make a lot of additions.
In order to create your dinosaurs, you need to bioengineer them. And that means you need to start with the building blocks of life, DNA. And to get those, you need to send out expedition teams to get fossils from dig.
Alright, so what did we have there? Struthiomimus, Edmontosaurus, Triceratops from the Lance Formation. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. They, you know, a lot of them, they don't necessarily light up exactly, but they're very close. And, I mean, they can only put so many dig sites in. Let's not pretend Operation Genesis was perfect in this aspect either, even though it was a fantastic game.
Teams to get fossils from dig sites all around the world. Those fossils are then brought back to your islands, where the DNA is extracted from each of them in order to acquire the genome. And once you've got enough of a genome, you can incubate a dinosaur.
So the player's going to be tasked with taking this genome data from dinosaurs found in their fossils, from their dig sites, and engineering it themselves by combining it with modern day DNA of animal species from our animal kingdom.
Okay, so here we kind of get a preview of, you know, how your viability is going to decrease depending on which things that you use and all that sort of stuff. You can see tooth hardness, source, apparently a beetle. I can't tell exactly what beetle, you know, it's not a Hercules beetle. A scarab or something of some sort, perhaps. But yeah, your viability is going to go down. It looks like your star rating goes up. Because it's for tooth hardness, your attack obviously goes up. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why you would apply that to a Triceratops, but whatever, you know, this is not my park, so we'll have to wait for that. Only 2 more weeks.
Kingdom. When these dinosaurs first come out of the Hamming creation lab, that's the first step for you as a player to be managing these dinosaurs. You need to make sure that they're happy.
That was beautiful. Again, the animations have come along, and they are very nice.
The dinosaurs have quite complex natural needs that you'll need to be accommodating throughout the game. So they have their basic ones like hunger and thirst, but they've also got more complex ones like some dinosaurs don't like to be in a pen with lots of other dinosaurs. Other ones, they've got a social need, the herbivores in particular, where they need to be around other dinosaurs of the same type or they're going to get lonely and upset. Big carnivorous.
Okay. Before we see these awesome Spinosaurus animation skin, so this does give us kind of a bit of an explanation, although it was assumed at this point from what we have observed in gameplay. Sorry. But, alright, so your dinosaurs are like Sims, right? They're going to have hunger, thirst, they're going to have like an environment rating, and they're going to have requirements for their environment. For instance, some carnivores, they need mostly open plains, but a little bit of forest cover, like the Ceratosaurus. But there's also going to be some species that are going to require a ton of forest, a little bit of open land. Some may require, like maybe even the Spino, larger bodies of water. And then, of course, we're going to have things like a Triceratops wanting to be with other, in its family group. Maybe not even all Triceratops. Maybe you can add others of the same family group to satisfy its social need, because they're all probably going to end up herding together because, I mean, we're cousins. What's up, bro?
For us dinosaurs, they've got a need to hunt. They want to be killing things all the time. So that's really their motivation.
Diseases.
Alright, and I would like to say that I do hope that this game is better than Operation Genesis with some of the carnivores, because some of the carnivores in that game basically had to be murdering something all of the time. And I sincerely doubt that that's how those creatures actually were. Yeah, they wanted to eat. Yeah, they were going to kill anything because they were opportunistic. But they weren't like savage, for crying out loud.
Can affect your dinosaurs. Diseases can affect their behaviour, it can affect their health. So as the player, it's your job to manage these, to stop them from spreading, for one. So you need to invest in cures, use your ranger teams to medicate the dinosaurs. These
Sounds like Operation Genesis, and I'm okay with that. But yes, hopefully the diseases spread slower, because in Operation Genesis, you went from one dinosaur being sick to an entire paddock being sick really fast, and it was actually incredibly annoying. Not fun, annoying.
creatures are driven by their behaviours. So if they're hungry, they'll eat. If they're thirsty, they'll look for water. If you don't have these things in your park for them to reach, they'll try and find them in their own way.
If you don't accommodate these needs,
So basically, if you don't accommodate your dinosaur's needs, they're going to break out and they're going to go find them outside their paddock. Makes sense, and I mean, kind of a no-brainer. It's what I would have anticipated, especially for larger carnivores.
things are going to start to go wrong. They're going to want to start trying to escape, and eventually they'll start testing your fences. And if you haven't built up the right security, they're going to get out into the wild.
And it's important.
I had not watched that and noticed that Bracky doing that. That was pretty sweet. I mean, it looked pretty derpy, too. Like, I'm gonna launch my shoulder into it. But, I mean, when you're that massive, what the hell else do you do, I guess? Throw your weight into it, because you weigh several tons.
I want to note that all dinosaurs are lethal to your guests. Even our smallest one with the Velociraptor is still bigger than a human and quite deadly. And even with the herbivores, they are quite weighty animals charging at you.
Well, escape is the quintessential Jurassic Park moment, but it's also one of the more dangerous parts of the gameplay. So once these dinosaurs get out, you're going to have to take control of that situation as quickly as possible, because the first thing they're going to do is start going after the guests.
When one of these dinosaurs does get out of your enclosure, there's going to be a lot going on that you're responsible for fixing, whether it's getting ACU helicopters in to tranquilize the dinosaurs or your ranger teams in to repair the damage caused by your dinosaurs to your facilities, because there's a chance this problem might cascade. So you want to make sure it's under control as soon as possible.
As you progress through the game, you discover new dinosaurs, for example. You can use the new dinosaurs to increase your island rating on your first or previous islands, and then build them up so that you can unlock new goodies as well.
The more the players looking after their park and the more they're looking after their dinosaurs, the more that's going to contribute to your own players' prestige of their island rating and their dinosaur rating, which is ultimately going to contribute towards getting more unlocks, progressing through the game, and also gaining extra reputation with each of the different divisions, which in themselves will have their own special unlocks.
It's amazing.
Alright, so nice to hear them verbally confirm all that stuff, but again, at this point, we're not getting a lot of new information. We're just getting stuff that we already knew reinforced. Like, yes, it's great. I can move on to the next island, unlock new dinosaurs on that island once I hit a certain star rating, and then go back to my previous islands and increase their star rating because now I have better dinosaurs and facilities. Yeah. I figured. Thank you.
Amazing to play a game with Jurassic dinosaurs in it. I want the players to feel the joy of playing Jurassic World Evolution.
I'm really excited about players having the chance to play this game for themselves. There are so many different ways to play it, and I can't wait to see what people come up with.
Alright, so that'll do it. You know, tidbits of good information and such. and you know, the new species reveal, which was revealed this previous Friday, but I just got around to it because I've been Ubering the entire weekend, basically. I mean, not the whole thing. I've done other things, but you know. But yeah, all right. Well, that's all I got for you guys tonight. You know, if you enjoyed the show, please do hit the thumbs up. And if you'd like to continue to watch my content, please do subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. We're still young, we're still growing, and I can't continue to grow without your views and your support. So thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great night. We'll see you in the next video in a few days. Deuces!